Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and oh boy, so big news came out. Well, at the time of this recording, today, but you probably won't see this until tomorrow. But basically, big news came out today about Bleach. Now, there already was some news that came out about 3 weeks ago that Viz Media will be English dubbing the Blood War of Bleach season, the new season. Johnny Youngbosh, Michelle, Rukia, voice of Rukia, and Johnny, obviously the voice of Ichigo. They all said they're coming back. Viz Media is pretty much bringing back pretty much every voice actor that is still around or still active in the industry, is pretty much reprising their role as their existing characters. I'm more interested in who the new characters are going to be voiced by. But nonetheless, that is all fine. So, that was all there. Everything, like I said, Viz Media is getting it. But the big news today was now a lot of fears and a lot of rumors. Now, for anybody who doesn't remember, I did make a video about 2 months ago talking about this rumor topic. I know Jade Handsome had made a video on it. I had responded to it of my opinions of it at the time. He had made a video about the rumor of possibility Disney Plus getting the streaming rights to Bleach. Now, at the time, I really didn't buy it. I didn't really buy it. Not that I didn't think he wasn't onto something with it, but I thought it was honestly going to go to Hulu if it did go to Disney Plus. I didn't think Disney wasn't going to make an attempt for it. I said more the lines that if they did go for it, I thought it would go to Hulu. The Bleach series, the old Bleach series, the dub and the sub, is actually on Hulu as of right now. So that also kind of supported that evidence of it. Now, upon me making that video, a lot of people had commented that, also one of the things I cited about Disney Plus is that they didn't have anything beyond PG on their Disney Plus, which at the time when I made that video, I was correct. I want to put that out there right now. In North America, Disney Plus did not have anything beyond PG or PG-13. Sorry. I don't even think they... No, yeah, they did because of Marvel ratings. They didn't have anything beyond PG-13 on their network. On their Disney Plus. Okay, they did not have anything there. I was right at the time. However, apparently in other countries, Disney Plus did have rated R content. But at the time when I made that video, North America did not. The United States did not, and I'm from the United States, and that I even had cited this in the video, that there might be some stuff that I'm not aware of outside, because I know Jade Handsome, James Hanson. Sorry if I'm saying his name wrong. He had made a video, and he's, I think, from the UK. I apologize if I'm wrong about that, but he's from a different. He's not from the United States, so from his perspective, I can see why he would say that. So I, at the time when I made that video, my information was accurate. However, as of 3 weeks ago, Disney Plus here in the United States announced that they would be putting rated R content on their streaming app on Disney Plus, not just Hulu. Because before 3 weeks ago, all the rated R contents that they had the rights to was all on Hulu, because Disney owns Hulu because of the Fox deal from a couple years ago. So that's pretty much was their go-to, like, rated R streaming service or anything outside of the family friendly stuff. Okay. However, 3 weeks ago they announced Deadpool, and all the Wolverine movies that were rated R, Logan and all that stuff. They were announced that they were going to put that stuff on Disney Plus. Uh, and so that kind of changed my perspective when I had heard about this. Because I was like, uh-oh, wait a minute. Maybe this is a sign about something. Of course, it didn't necessarily mean they were going to get Bleach, but I was like, okay, we're putting two and two together here. So, as of 3 weeks ago, they announced this. So, this definitely was kind of a preview of what was to come for Bleach being announced on Disney Plus. So, there's a couple things here that I want to unpack. There's a couple things, and I would have made this video sooner, but obviously I had to work and I had an all-dayer, so I was not able to cover this sooner. But point being here is there's a couple things that a lot of people are scared of right now, and there's a couple things that I'm not aware of. So I will put a couple unknowns in here, but there is a couple of things I want to address. First and foremost, Disney has a sub-license. As I said in my last video, they have a sub-license, okay? Which means they cannot do whatever they want with the series. They cannot manipulate the series. They can't censor shit or whatnot. They can't do any of that shit, okay? Disney Plus' job is to basically simply air it on their platform. That is it. They don't have control of what Viz Media is doing with the dub. They don't have control of casting. They don't have control of any of that. Okay? So, for people that are wondering that if it's going to get censored or they're going to change it, no. Disney Plus knew what they were getting into when they sub-licensed this series. So, for anybody that's worried about that, don't worry about it. Because this does not change anything in terms of what Viz Media is doing, because they're handling the production, they're making the dubs, they're doing the casting, they're doing all that shit. Okay? So, if that's your worrisome, well, I don't know how much more I can convince you, but that's literally not. But if you really insist, then just wait for Viz Media to come out with the Blu-rays and DVDs, because they have the home media rights. So they will be releasing Blu-rays and DVDs, and that would be of their own stuff and their own content. So they wouldn't censor anything on their home media releases. But again, Disney Plus isn't going to do any of that. So if you're worried about that, don't worry about that. Okay? Another issue that is coming along, again, is the dub and the sub. How is it going to be handled? How is it going to be released? What is going to happen? Okay, well, there's an unknown territory with this. Because, honestly, I don't know what Disney Plus is going to do in handling Bleach in terms of when it's going to be released, when it's not going to be released, when the dub is going to be released, when the sub's going to be released, or if they're going to be released both together, if they're going to be released all together, are they going to be released in week to week like the way Crunchyroll and Funimation do it, or are they going to do it kind of what Netflix did with Pokemon, where they only released like 12 episodes or a bulk of episodes at a time, but not the entire series. Now, that I have no idea. It is unknown territory because I don't know how Disney handles shit. Okay? However, I do know Viz Media does have control on how they want certain stuff released. Because Viz Media doesn't have a streaming service, so they have to sub-license to a streaming service or a cable network, which in this case is Disney Plus. So, if they decided in the contract to say you have to release it week to week, they're going to have to do that. Again, I don't know how they're going to handle this. Disney Plus, okay, they have a lot of different languages available on their platform. So that's going to be another issue, because if certain dubs aren't ready, then, you know, when is it going to come up? For example, like Amazon Prime, for anybody who doesn't remember, they released they released the 4 rebuilt movies or whatever for Neon Genesis. Technically 3 of the 4 were redubs, and then the 4th one was you know, the new movie. What they did with that was the sub had been released like a couple weeks before the dub, and then they released the dub. This could be a situation too where the sub comes out and then we're waiting a couple weeks for the dub. But again, to my understanding, the dub is already starting. I don't know how long they've been dubbing it for, if they just started a couple weeks ago or not. But again, this is a tricky situation because I don't know the answer, because I don't know how Disney handles their stuff. So, what is the potential of Disney Plus being successful with Bleach? Well, I actually think it's actually a good thing for Disney Plus, because not many people expect Disney to have Bleach. So in terms of content, it does benefit Disney, because not many people think of anime when they think of Disney. Okay? You get what I'm saying? Where when it comes to Crunchyroll or Funimation or Viz Media or, you know, Senpai Films, that's when you think of anime. Okay? Those are places you think of anime. Okay? So, in that hooray, it might help. In North America, Bleach is extremely popular compared to Japan. So, I do think there is some benefit, because if it was on Crunchyroll, it would just be another anime title that's on Crunchyroll. Where on Disney Plus, it's probably one of the fewest animes that are on Disney Plus, and obviously it's a big deal in North America. Bleach is much more popular here than it is in Japan. That's why it was canceled for so long. In the United States, or in Japan, because of the fact that it was only popular here. So there could be some big deals with this. And again, it really goes down to how this is handled. If this is a week-to-week thing, this could be... If they try to do a week-to-week thing like Funimation does, this could work really good in their favor. But again, it really all depends on... Because Viz Media, to popular belief, they decide how this goes because they're the distributor. They're the main license holder. So they decide, basically, when the dub is released and how the dub could be released in the contract. So when they signed over the contract, if they put it in specific writing week to week, Disney Plus has to do it that way. Okay? And that's the way I hope it does. I hope Viz Media kind of wanted that and pushed for that. But we won't find out that until much later. So that's going to be the issue. It's a lot of unknown territory, but again, you know, some people might not like this. But honestly, I'm not really that too not upset about it, really. Because, you know, Crunchyroll has a lot of acquisitions they recently did. They recently purchased Rat Stuff, which I have no idea why, when they have their own shopping center already, online shopping center. But it just shows the monopoly that it is becoming. You know, I like this. I know some people are gonna hate this. And actually, I shouldn't say I necessarily like this. I like the idea that it went to someone besides Crunchyroll. But again, in a couple months from now, I could be changing my opinion on this, depending on how Disney Plus handles Bleach. But But right now, I'm optimistic about it because Disney does not have 100% control of this. You know, Viz Media is doing the production on it, so Viz Media has a say in how this is going to be handled. So if they put it in the contract week to week, then it's going to be week to week. I don't know how Disney's going to handle it because they have a lot of different language barriers. Disney tries to get every possible language you can get for their shows. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, there's like literally like on their titles, like you can actually click on almost every language there is available throughout the world. Okay, where Crunchyroll and Funimation, they're very, very limited on what language you can pick from. So that's going to be something to take note too. Like I said, it might be a situation where Disney might slowly start putting the languages up. Like, there might be a situation where it's like, you know, the sub might be up, but the dub might not come out until like a couple days later or something like that. This is unprecedented territory. Like I said, we won't know anything until it comes up because there aren't that many animes that Disney Plus has, and this is the first one where it's kind of like a partnership, so to speak, between the people that are dubbing it and the people that are airing it in Disney Plus. So it is kind of a tough thing to really cover in terms of how this is going to be handled. We really won't know until either Disney Plus comments on it or Viz Media comments on it. But we'll have to wait and see on this one. But I really wanted to kind of get my 2 cents on it, as well as kind of, you know, explain to people to not worry about the whole censorship thing, because it's not being censored. Disney Plus is just simply the airers of the show. They're simply the ones that are airing the show for you. That is all they're doing. They knew what they were getting into when they bought this, when they bought the sub license to air it. They knew what they were getting into, basically, when they got this. So that's the thing that people need to understand with this. They're not going to censor it. If they censor it, you know, even if they do somehow censor it, which again, I doubt very highly they'd be allowed to do, but let's say somehow they do censor it. Viz Media is going to come out with the Blu-ray and DVD at some point. So, you know, because they're the ones that do the home media releases for these things. So, you know, and obviously when those come out, those aren't going to be censored. Okay, Viz Media won't censor that. All right, they didn't censor the original series. You know, because they're handling the production. You know, so if Disney Plus somehow meddles with the show in some way, you're not going to see that on, you know, the home media releases. So that's the 2 cents on it. I think that's it for the things. In terms of my thoughts, like I said, I'm optimistic about it. I'm optimistic about it because it's unknown territory right now. But again, I can't see Disney Plus bidding on an anime like this. And because I think this is probably their first anime, and if it's not their first anime, it's definitely their first popular anime because in terms of being on Disney Plus or Hulu. Well, no, I should say because Hulu does have a shitload of anime license on there, but in terms of it being a Disney Plus like type of original type thing that they're putting out, this is probably one of their first animes that are going to be on their platform worldwide. You know, and if it's not their first, if it's not their first, it's on Disney Plus. This is definitely their first popular one. This is definitely their first like big name, holy shit type title. Okay, so they're not going to want to screw this up, because if they screw this up, there's going to be a lot of license holders that are going to be hesitant to do business with them again after this. So, yeah, guys, that's my sense. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this? What do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see week to week? Do you guys want to see them just release everything at once? Do you want them to release them in bulks, like they kind of did in Netflix with the Pokemon series? How do you guys think this is going to go? What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Comment, rate. If you like this video and my reviews, please subscribe and hit that bell for all the latest contents. It does help me out. And that's about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Peace! Bunkai!